Hey, friends. Hey. I have some feedback happening in my ear. Hi, Nicole here with an offer, a little bit of live situation I've never ever shared with all of you before. Not all of you. Now, some of you watching, let me know if you're here in the comments, but some of you watching will be familiar with this because this is what we've done as agency work for you as a one-on-one client. But if you are a service provider, a high ticket service provider, I feel like you haven't been getting love in the marketplace, and I want to love on you today. So do you want to book more calls to sell your high ticket service? I'm probably talking to a whole lot of portrait photographers right now. If you want to do that by doing less marketing, listen up. Don't use any time sensitive or themed campaigns. My goodness. I've said it before. I've said it mildly. I've said it in any call that I get one-on-one with you. But I'm just want to be out here really, really loud and clear. Stop doing anything that is so campaign sensitive. How about you set it and forget it? Almost forget it. It's set it and nearly forget it. How does that sound? Tell me how that sounds in the comment. But over the next 5 minutes, I want to walk you through my notes here that I have. I want to walk you through the best ads, metrics, even just some questions around the sales funnels that we've been using to get quality calls for service providers like you. Like I said, we work with a lot of portrait photographers. So let me know if you're here. So over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to walk through these best ads, these best metrics, a few things behind me when it comes to getting quality calls. And the most common methods that you're being taught out there right now, they're not working. So because you likely don't have time to learn the next marketing campaign trend, anything like that, how about I just give you the one that we build for private agency clients all the time? Month in, month out, we build these out so that they can 2x, 4x, all the way up to many of them working on $500,000 within just a short time of working with us. So drop me a link below. Drop me a line below, drop me something below to let me know that you want the Google Doc, and I'll send it to you. I will personally reach out to you in the DM. So I'll give you that link. But here we go. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nicole Schmid. Hi, Smart Cookies. I'm the founder of Smart Cookie Media and the creator of the podcast, The Serial Entrepreneur Show. I have supported and spoken to hundreds of high-ticket service providers, small teams, no teams, just solopreneurs as they work to grow their businesses. And over the next 5 minutes, I just want to walk you through what we're seeing working, best ads, best metrics, and best campaigns to nurture, right, through the sales funnel and through the buyer's funnel. Now, this is why it works better than the common methods, because we're not always talking about it. But today I am, because the more and more I talk to you, more and more of you need more sales. And this is how I know it's working and how you can get it. So number one, set it and almost forget it. If you're like any of the service providers we work with, you're probably great on the phone. You can probably close no problem when you get on a discovery call or some type of consultation. You just want more leads. You want to have more conversations, right? You don't necessarily need traffic to your site. Yes, traffic can lead to conversations. That's probably not what you want. You just want more conversations, something that leads can do for you, right? So not traffic ads, not clicks. All you want is leads to talk to. So I was the same way. I get it. So the two ads that we like to focus on, and I gave you a little drawing here. Let me move my screen so I can see that. So they are lead generation ads. So that's exactly what they sound like. We're going to generate some leads for our service providers. We want a short form, some qualifying questions, not too many, just the right amount. But we want to use those to actually pull in leads, not just traffic or clicks. And then we also want to engage them, right? Create the conversations also online so that they get to know a little bit more about our clients. We want them to be a lead, of course, but even if before that, we can just engage them in some conversations. We're feeding whatever social media platform you want to advertise on. Now, you're watching me on YouTube. You might be seeing this on Facebook or LinkedIn. And of course, there's Instagram too, TikTok. I'm going to tell you what, there's 2.96 billion people that are active users on Facebook. And what we do is we test there. And if we can test messages there, we know that they'll work other places. We know they'll work anywhere else. If we can test right there, there's big enough sample size for sure. So these are the two that are converting for our service providers right now. This is what's working to make sure there's enough data coming in. So now let's talk about marketing funnel and what I call what I've learned to call a buyer's pyramid. So Many of you know the marketing funnel, right? We want traffic coming in. We want to make them aware of us, right? How many want some brand awareness? And then we, of course, want to help nurture them through their decision-making process as then they convert, right? So marketing is all about what are you doing at the top of the funnel? How are you coming alongside with blogs and content, and emails, whatever you need to do there? And then how are you helping them make a decision? Maybe it's that consultation, maybe it's having a call with them, right? And then my favorite is how then are we getting them to come back through that when they can? Can we either up the order value, or can we get a referral, or can we just increase their frequency? More on that some other time. But here's the reality is, no matter how we're marketing and how we're thinking about this funnel, they're inverted, our buyers. They're thinking about it completely different. The reality is only 3% of them, 3%, are ready to buy right now. Think of that. All those efforts to get that narrow, but yet 3% of the market is out there looking for what you have to offer. Either somebody canceled on them, or they don't have what they needed, or they're looking right now, or they have spent the time collecting data, gathering information, which is what they do here and here, right? They're becoming problem aware, and now they're ready. But what I'm finding is I don't want to pick on any certain group. What I'm finding is that the methods being taught, whoever's teaching them, so I'll leave it at that, they're forgetting about this other 97%. They're pushing everyone to like, hey, go after those 3%. And I love that. There's a way to do that, to go after the first adopters, somebody who's ready for your goodness, all that you have to offer. But right down here, this is what's being missed out. And so I call it the N. So we talk about ads. I call it the N for nurturing. 60% of your sales are waiting inside of a follow-up. And the best way that we love to do that is through Active Campaign software, because they have great email deliverability, some of the highest in the industry. And if most people worry about like, well, what's your open rate? Well, it doesn't matter about your open rate if you can't make sure it's delivered. So we like to work with Active Campaign because a lot of their stuff has the highest deliverability rates. And then 2, they have the most powerful automations for the price point. I don't even want to mention that too loud to them, because if they hear me saying that, really, truly just visual, powerful automations that you can't really get anywhere else, unlimited, the way that they give it to us. So we love nurturing them through Active Campaign, and we're finding that those emails mixed with some of these messages that have been working, that's money. That's sales, and sales cures all. Tell me if you agree that sales cures all. So if you can not have to reinvent the wheel here, those messages can help reinforce your nurturing. You've got a winning combination. Now, I said set it and almost forget it, right? So if a lot of these things are working together, it kind of reminds me of billboards on a highway, right? People, buy billboards, they put them up. People go past them. There's not exactly a way to track. But when in doing so, you're hoping that those impressions will make you money, and you're not sure, but you've really forgotten about it. That money's been spent. It's either going to come back in ROI, your return on that investment, or it's not. However, in today's world, in digital marketing, we can see in almost real time, some data lags a little bit, but in almost real time, very specific data points that your customer, your market, your audience is telling on themselves if something's working and if it will work on them for a long time. So for some people, that means 10 months. For others, we've had good success with some ads that run 24 months or, well, I think almost 3 years. We have at least one ad out there. It's all based on audience size, though. There's a little bit of method to the magic there. If you drop me that line, I'll send you the Google Doc. But here is where we take all of the data sets that are in your favorite social media ad platform, and we dwindle it down to our 2 favorites that will tell us a bit about longevity. I've totally gone off from my notes, but if they tell us a little about longevity, the first one is click-through rate. Your click-through rate. If your click-through rate, your image, and your message are resonating, we're going to see it show up in a click-through rate. People are then clicking. Something's making them stop, that visual, and something's making them click through, and it's that message. And so it's resonating. And so we like to help folks get to 1%. If we can get to 1%, we know we have something that will last for a while. Now, for a while in your market may be different than other markets, but if you open up your ads manager right now, and if you can see your stuff is at 1%, you can walk away feeling really good about that. You got a while on that one. And then the other one we like to dwindle down to is CPM, cost per thousands. Yes, I said CPM. I didn't misspeak, but cost per thousands is telling us what it's taking to what we have to spend to get past 1,000 people, right? A set of eyeballs, right? So some of us back in the day, we did a whole lot of print advertising, right? Print advertising, think about the thousands of postcards and how much that would cost. Well, for service providers that have a high ticket offer, we want to see that number under $42. Wow, $42 sounds really specific. I mean, I love when I see it at 16, at 9, at 12, at 18, at 20. But I'll tell you what, those of you that are offering something really high ticket, I know that we can still get a great return if this CPM stays under $42. Now, from here, the next big data point that matters is sales, conversations, and conversions. And I will tell you what, if you want your conversions to go up, the number 3, if you will, the third item to track at all times is those sales conversations. How many at-bats are you going to have today? How many people are you going to talk to this month so that you can deliver sales on the other side? You watch these, your year is going to completely change. So here is what I gave you, because I don't think that you want to, just rebuild the wheel of marketing all the time in your business year after year. These things are set it and almost forget it. Yes, you have to check in on them. Yes, you want to do a data review. Yes, you want to look at these items, but because I don't think you want to build another one, why don't you take this one? I have a Google Doc, drop me a line if you're interested and I'll send it your way.